interest. I have some great memories. The time we wrote a treatise delivered to Miss Michelle in her middle of the night way over in Texas. A carefully constructed list of things to do to make the school better. Our lesson at that time was that we can make a difference. We do have a voice. There is always a way and opportunity to create and recreate, if we're willing. Another memory, when we shut the doors and put on music while Epsie tried to teach me to belly dance. I'm afraid it was so funny that Reem fell on the floor laughing. She laughed so hard she couldn't stop. It echoed down the hallways. I love the couscous. I will never forget the couscous. It stands right up there. I'm addicted to it now. I loved perusing your personal notebooks at the end of the year and all the effort you took on that creation. I remember yours still, Sophia. Yasmin and Shireen inspired me to introduce more work on essay writing. Asma on vocabulary. And Ismail, you kept it all real. I had only to look at your face, and I knew how the lesson was going. Remember the Emily Dickinson unit? When you showed such enthusiasm for the first poem, Hope, I thought, well then, we'll just proceed to teach a few more. And I proceeded. I taught every single poem she ever wrote until Miriam advised me to stop. Please, miss, enough with Emily Dickinson. We want to read something else. I loved how you dived into Anne Frank's diary, completely identifying with that young woman's ability to see beyond circumstances and rise above it. This year it was exciting to take you into the Medina to see the tannery, where medieval life still lives right alongside plowing through Chaucer. I was so pleased when you identified with the early poems about longing and lament, Epsie. And when you imitated the poetry of Whitman and wrote that wonderful rocker, I Hear Morocco Singing, for poetry night, now we must really part. I'll take away all that I've received from you. What can I give you as my last lesson as you make the transition into the brave new world of adulthood, college, and beyond? I will not ask you to change the world. It's much too big a task, and the world is shifting its equilibrium as we stand and sit here. We've often discussed the meaning of destiny and fate, and how those things are somewhat out of our hands. That big future you are supposed to go forth and make a difference in. It's quite a thing to ask of one. I wouldn't ask it of myself. What I can share is that each encounter is meaningful and leads to another. I believe it is person by person that we make a difference. By our choices and our willingness to step outside our comfort zone. It is in so doing that the future begins to reveal its form. Our destiny unveils for us. Unless you're doing something unhealthy or destructive, take pride in your beliefs and passions and values. Don't put any limits on what you think you can do. Recently, I was sitting in a garden, taking time out from all the many demands I should attend to. It was one of those gardens where each plant is carefully tended, but scattered in such a way as to appear carelessly seated. In between trees, I could see beyond, farther and farther, curtains of trees, and more garden. Everything extended past what one could see. I thought about you, your future. It is much like such a garden. What is important in a carefully tended place is the immediate care we give it. Do you recognize its beauty, its careless attractiveness, its sudden spots of color? Are you pulling up the weeds when they arrive, as they certainly will? The world has so many ill-kempt, shabby corners of dark despair and desperation. Consider it a neglected garden that needs your touch, your time, your service, your artful hand to make things thrive. Are we delighted in what is before us, or are we distracted, living in anxiety? Can we not see what is intended for us to appreciate right now? And look beyond all the loveliness that is waiting for our discovery. It's also there, but without the immediate attention to right now, we'll miss the moment planted just for us. Remember how you'd often pop your head into the classroom and announce, beaming, "Hi, Miss! How's your day?" It would always delight me and cause me to pause. No matter what I was doing, I'd notice your effervescent smile, your wide deep eyes, your cheery disposition. You are masters of pausing to notice others, to live in the moment. You've taught me it's very important. There's something in this earth that wants to suck us down, keep us stalled, have us live in uncertainty and negativity, self-doubt, and being overwhelmed, to worry so much that we lose who we are, the path we're meant to take, to live in fear so much we take shortcuts and desperate measures, to try hard to live up to someone else's notion of who we should be, to please others to the extent we can't know who we are and who we're meant to be. We are not meant to hustle. We're meant to pause. We're meant to notice the lovely garden just fresh from winter, the clear sunlight, the fragrant scent. I have such hope for you. Dickinson taught us, hope is the thing of feathers. It perches in the soul and sings the song the whole time through and never stops at all. I send you forth with hope lodged in you, hope from your family, from your educators, hope that no matter what, when things get rough, you'll reach for that intangible something and find it within. Each of you has a path. Educators can educate, parents can guide. We can point a partial way through tender gardens, but you must find your path. At times, two roads will diverge, and perhaps, as Robert Frost once counseled, you'll take the one less traveled by, and that will make all the difference.